Hi, welcome folks. My name is Anthony Helms. I'm the Assistant Dean of the Honors College, and I'm here to talk to you briefly about using surveys in your honors thesis research. My favorite part of my job is I get to work with you all on helping you identify a topic that you feel passionate about, helping you find a faculty mentor, or help get you over the line, and helping you shape this project to be leveraged to make sure that you're more successful with your goals as a graduate of the Honors College. One of the most common questions I get, especially for students who may be starting this process a little bit later than they should, is I'm just going to go do a survey, right? Hear that all the time, and there isn't a thing as just a survey. And so this is what this is going to talk about. It's not to discourage you from using surveys. I've used surveys for both professional and academic uses. I've gone through the IRB process before. That's something else, and I really strongly, if you're listening to watching the survey video, please go watch Julia May's survey on the same channel that talks about IRB compliance. She's going to be one of your best resources on campus to make sure you stay within the lines of what's ethical and responsible use of working with humans on your project. So again, often students will come in and say, hey Anthony, I'm just going to go do a survey and then we'll analyze it and we'll call it good. It doesn't work that way. One, you need to please note that surveys have a low response rate, especially online surveys, which is how you're going to deliver most of the links to students, is to get them to respond via online surveys. Online surveys typically get you a 3 to 5% response rate. It's not a very large potential data set, so you need to be prepared for that. There are ways that we can increase it. Starting this process earlier and putting together a good distribution plan for your survey will always help. I can also help. The Honors College can help. Honors students know they have to do a thesis. That's why you're watching this video. So y'all are more likely to respond to survey requests from other honors students who are working on their thesis. In fact, we usually enjoy between a 20 and 25% response rate when we send those out on your behalf. That sounds really good, and it is. It's a strong response rate, but that also means your data is going to be skewed to the honors student population. So you have to be able to account for that in your write-up and be able to know that if you're studying a feature about human behavior that may not directly impact or affect honors college students, that data might not be very helpful. So this is something you want to talk through early with your thesis chair, knowing that you can get a good response rate from us, but knowing it's going to be specific, right, to the honors population at Western Michigan University. Most importantly, when it comes to surveys, beyond just understanding what the response rate is, understand the time, right, that this takes. You're going to have to create a survey, you're going to have to get approval, both from your faculty chair and then from IRB to submit it. You're going to have to work on the communication plan with our marketing communication folks or somebody else around campus in order to get access to emails to send this to students, or find another way to post QR codes around campus and things like that. Again, it takes time. You're going to have to leave the survey open for a few weeks in order to get enough response rates. You're going to have to send reminders to stay on top of that. And then once you get your data, that's when you can have a lot of fun with it and pull it down and find out what you learned from the survey. But again, account for the steps that require for it to be a good survey. Stop by my office, grab one of my survey books, stop by Waterloo Library, go talk to a sociologist or psychologist. All of these professors are really good at human behavior research and know how to do surveys well, but just take the time to plan the survey out, because what we don't want you to do is to spend a lot of time without good resources, write a bad survey, get a bunch of bad data, and have to start the process over again. So allow for that time. And then finally, I never want students to be concerned about doing IRB. Again, I've been through the process. I know what it takes to put the application together. I know what it takes to do revisions. The one thing I tell all students, and I firmly believe this, you will use every bit of the information that you put into the IRB application, you will be using in your thesis. It is going to force you in a very good way to think about every aspect of your process. Where are the pitfalls? Where do I need to shore up questions? Where do I need to work on my communication plan? You're gonna have experts that review your information and give you feedback to make your study as strong as possible. So please don't hesitate or be concerned about IRB. It's a process, but it's there only to help you and to make sure that you use data responsibly and effectively. Again, don't be hesitant to use surveys, but just know it's not a quick fix and that there are additional steps, not just to make sure you're allowed to do it, but make sure that it's gonna be effective on the back end. Come see me for questions.